Arsenal 2, Manchester United nil. Spineless, gutless, embarrassing performance. It's as simple as that. I was watching the match, and I'm sure most of you agree, the way that we played against Arsenal was abysmal. In the first half, it should have been 3-0 at Arsenal at the very least. We were so slow, so lethargic. It's embarrassing. We had no leaders on the field. We had no drive. No one's running the ball. The midfield supply to the strikers was a shambles. I mean, you look at the midfield, there were plenty of opportunities where you're playing, you got Rashford, Martial and James up front, right? So midfielders should be picking up the ball, not even looking and dinking it over the top of defender or on the side, because these front three are so fast that it's impossible to kind of stay onside. And that's clearly was our tactic. The midfield did not deliver. Matic was horrendous. Fred tried. They both tried, to be frank, but the quality is not there. You know, no matter how much you try, if your quality and the game management and the game know-how is not there, you are not a good player. Look at Daniel James. I think he had one of his worst games today. He was non-existent, second to Luke Shaw and Jesse Lingard. But before we get into that, let's look at the team, and we'll go through one by one. If I can find the team, there is a team. So both teams pretty much lined up with 4-2-3-1. This is our team at the moment, and on paper this is a strong lineup. You can make a case for Matic and Lingard, who hasn't scored or assisted in the whole of last year, was clearly put in here just to make an impact against Arsenal, because he is able to do that against Arsenal, right? Here's a fun fact for you. United in the last 5 games at the Emirates have lost 4 times against Arsenal. That is a piss poor record no matter where you go. You know, we're beating teams that is clearly have more quality than Arsenal, are better than Arsenal, yet we're going to the Emirates and losing games against Arsenal. You look at that lineup. Matic is started only because Paul Pogba is injured. You know, Oli is feeding us crap again. Let's face it. Just come out and say it, man. Just come out and say that he doesn't want to play for us. We're looking to move him on. He wants to move on. His agency is looking for a club. As simple as that. Put that to bed, or let Paul Pogba come out and say it in public what you're exactly feeling. Don't let your agent do the talking. You know, you come out so us fans will know where your heart is. At the moment, it just creates a lot of controversy, a lot of discussion, unnecessary discussion, and we have to end up seeing the likes of Matic because of Pogba's injury. Obviously, McTominay was injured, missing. But you look at the back four. Wan-Bissaka was probably the only player that played a decent game. You know, I mean, you're talking about a crap game, but a decent, better than Lindelof and Maguire, who are on the back ropes all the time. Maguire, this guy cannot run, and this guy symbolizes what's wrong with our tactics, right? Slow and prone to mistakes. And that's what exactly happened with Maguire. Great defender, I am sure. There's a great defender in this somewhere. But he's slow and lethargic. The amount of times he got the ball and slowed it down is unbelievable. And that goes through the whole team. He's the captain of our club. Luke Shaw, Pepe had him on toast. It's as simple as that. Pepe was running Luke Shaw everywhere. Fair enough, you can't play Brandon Williams because he played 48 hours ago against Burnley. So there's a bit of a rotation there. But the back four has been poor, only because the midfield gave no protection. Matic does not have the legs to move anywhere, right? There was one passage of play where he played decently. He kept the ball and played Andres Pereira through, which was our only good chance, right, of the whole game. Andres Pereira came on for Lingard, who wasn't doing jack shit. Maguire, we all saw he's a great header off the ball, right? Towards the end of the first half, he had a free header again. We're offside or not offside. That free header, you should be burying it. You wouldn't know if you're offside because you've already made the impact. You already made the contact. He heads straight into the keeper. And it has happened numerous times over the course of the season where Maguire has had very good opportunities and he still messed it up. You look at Sheffield United game. Again, a clear header, he messed it up. That's a player that has been scoring free headers over the last few years, especially in the World Cup tournament, right? What went wrong with him? What is happening with him? Is he only being trained to get his headers in through the center? Because anywhere in the side, it's a goal. He'll be like 2-3 goals easily this season. Again, that goes down to the coaches. Look at Fred. Bless him. He tried. You know, there were a couple of times where he could have played the pass better. You think of Fred, you think of Brazilian, you think of, you know, creativity. It's not there. He's not creative. He's more like a box-to-box midfielder, you know. There is no technical attributes to him. There is a good player in him there, but let's forget the fact that he can create. He cannot create. Matic, same thing. Okay, Dan James, we already talked about how bad he was. Had a poor game. Lingard, oh my God, he was non-existent in the first half, right? I can't remember if he was on the field. He was just running up and down. They just played him out of the game, and he was gone. He was gone. I don't know why he's still starting. I don't know why he's still in the bench. I mean, you look at Angel Gomez, Tai Chong. That's probably why they're leaving. Most likely, their contract expires in the summer. They're free to talk to any club. And if I was in their position, this guy who hasn't scored a goal or an assist in the whole of the Premier League season, or the whole of the Premier League year last year, is ahead of them all the time. If I was them, yes, I'll go off. What does that tell you about Oli and his so-called youth philosophy? If he really wanted to drive youth, he would have had Lingard on the ropes long back. It's as simple as that. He would have given Tai Chong, Angel Gomez more chance. You know, you can't give them 1 or 2 games here and there and expect them to be wow. And, you know, if they play poor, you take them out and they're missing for weeks suddenly. No. And that's what's exactly what happened with James Garner. Why don't we just give James Garner a try? We can't go any wrong than what Matic offered us today. Just give the kids a try. You look at Brandon Williams. I don't think Brandon Williams would have never been given a chance if Luke Shaw wasn't injured. Luke Shaw was injured. He had no choice but to play him. What else do you want? You want Matic to go injured? You got Pogba and McTominay out now, right? That's 2 midfielders. Fred and Matic only in our midfield. Only recognised central midfielders. God damn it, just play the youth. You haven't even got any midfielders in your bench. Where's the youth? Why is Matas past it? Andres Pereira. That's it. Ashley Young. Why is Ashley Young? Why do we need 2 fullbacks and Phil Jones? Why do we need 3 defenders in our bench? It doesn't make sense. Why don't you just put Garner in? You could have bought him on. It's as simple as that. Let me just turn the heater off. God, it's getting hot in here. Rashford and Marshall had an average game, but they you can't blame them. They got zero supply. It's bad losing a game, but it's so bad losing a game to Arsenal. I mean, the whole game was a shambles. As I said, it was slow, lethargic. First half was a disaster. One of the first half performances I have seen in United, and there were quite a few actually in recent memory, but this has got to be one of the top 3 that I've seen, where it was infuriating to see what we're like, right? But United going into the dressing room, I thought to myself immediately, along with a lot of you guys out there, there's no plan B. We're screwed. 2-0, game over. Oli does not have a plan B. For those of you telling everyone, oh, stick to the process, stick to the plan, fine, we're sticking to the process. What? Okay, beyond the counter-attacking, where's the plan B? There is no plan B. Even the second half substitutions when he brought on Andres Pereira, and who's the other guy? Mason Greenwood, right? It was like for James and Lingard. There was no system change or any sort of change. It just shows there is no plan B, and that goes fundamentally down to the coaching team, to Oli, where United are being trained for one system, and if that system goes to shit, which we've seen plenty of times, there is nothing else we can offer. As soon as teams figure us out, which a lot of teams have already figured us out, which is to play a low block, we have no answer. We have no creativity in the midfield. Now half our midfield is gone. We have 4 midfielders, right? Fred, Matic, McTominay and Pogba, right? 2, McTominay and Pogba are injured. Now it's confirmed they're out for several weeks. Yeah, Matic, okay, no comment. And Fred, that's one recognizable midfielder, right? The other ones that you can kind of go run 3 ahead is Andres Pereira, who's not a central midfielder, and James Garner, who's still young. Rather play him. We need signings. It's as simple as that. We are on bare bones. The players look tired. Arsenal wanted them more. They deserved the victory. It should have been more. Barely had any chances. this is a roasting that Oli and the team should be getting. Like, there was plenty of times where we could have attacked with pace and movement, knowing that we're 2-0 down, yet we're just lethargic. We're just doing a bit of a build-up because we are devoid of ideas. You look at the last 5 minutes, there was plenty of times where we had the ball and we were countering. There was no runners from the midfield. There was no full-back runnings. And you look at these players, they're supposed to be, fitness minded, all these train them on the fitness. No, I didn't see none of that. We should be actually better than that in the second half if we were training for fitness, right? There was one attack, I think Fred ran through the middle. It was right at the end, and Arsenal were wide open. There was no tracking back from them because they were tired, they were shattered. And I was thinking, my God, where's the fullbacks? Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka never made a run forward. It was just Fred running along with Rashford and Martial in front of him. That was it. And that's a United team that's chasing a 2-0 lead. 2-0 deficit, right? It's a shambles. It's an absolute shambles. You look at the stats, possession-wise, first half we just gave away so much. Overall, it was 50-50 pretty much. But that's it. It's one clear-cut chances we had. I don't see anything. I genuinely don't see anything. I mean, what more do you want me to say? You look at the table. We had a perfect opportunity to close the gap to 2 points on the 4th place if we really want it. Tottenham must be laughing. Wolves must be laughing. Sheffield United, they can go ahead of us here. They got a game in hand. But we're still 4 points behind Chelsea. We need signings. And this video is not about transfers. You know I do my transfers separately. But after seeing the performance today, we need serious signings. Ole needs backing. And Ole needs to stop backing the board for not talking about this value in the market shit. Mate, drop your value in the market shit. You own you manage one of the biggest and the richest sporting, not just football, sporting franchise in the world. And you're telling me that there is no value, if there is a value in the market, when you only have 2 recognized midfielders in your squad who are fit. This is Draco signing off. Have a fantastic day. Hope you guys had a great New Year's. And I'll catch you guys in the next upload, and stay funny.